And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys back in the stream. Happy Thursday night to you guys, and welcome back in on the channel today. Decided to cover some special live streams here, play-by-play tonight of the NFL preseason. Haven't covered NFL in about 2 weeks or so, trying to get back into the groove, covering a little bit of football here, a couple special live streams in the off season right now as we got the Chicago Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams entering this upcoming season with a lot of question marks at the quarterback position. Justin Fields out of Chicago, as he had more interceptions than touchdowns last season. Drew Lock, now the new quarterback for Seattle, with Russell Wilson going over to Denver. So this game will take place at Seattle, Lumen Field, for this matchup. And if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and glad to have you guys on board as we'll have kickoff in a couple moments. Vegas Mario, welcome back in, everybody. Being a part here tonight. Hey, there you go. I missed the Chargers being out in San Diego there, man. Yeah, membership for 3 months for my man Vegas. Hope all is going well, guys. And it's been pretty busy lately. That's why I haven't been able to stream that much lately. I've been super busy with myself lately or so, but trying to get into the swing of things coming soon. I've been working on like a bunch of stuff as of late, and I'm actually covering a couple games in person next month for some college football. So I'm trying to get like into a flow or so of covering football games once again, because I covered a game 2 weeks ago, the Hall of Fame game for the preseason, but like covering more games, trying to just get back into some type of flow here and working on it every day. So we'll have a couple special live streams, NFL, coming up lately. I posted those over in my community tab. I'll be away this weekend, but the next stream will be when I come back home on Sunday night. So that's when the next stream will be after this one. That's going to be the night game. Ravens against Cardinals. Heard that Lamar Jackson will not play, though. Falcons at the Jets. I hope to cover that one, too. That's the Monday night game. So that's 3 games national TV for preseason for this week. Feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys are a fan of, who you guys are rooting for in this matchup today. Seahawks, a lot of question marks on the defensive side of the ball, as they were they were 31st last year, second to worst in the NFL when it came to the pass defense inside the secondary. And they allowed 409 total yards their first game against Pittsburgh. They lost 32-25 against the Steelers on Saturday in their first preseason game. So, yeah, defense has been a major question mark for quite a while for Seattle or so, last 2 seasons or so. And for Chicago, the offensive line, it's been a struggling portion last year, and they gave up 5 sacks in their first preseason game. So Chicago played in a low-scoring game. They won Kansas City on Saturday, 19-14. But a lot of question marks when it comes to the offense as well for Chicago. This team in a massive rebuild. Wide receiving core. I looked at these players on the wide receiving core, and they need to like find like a legitimate wideout for this group here, because they don't have like any sort of star wide receiver on this Bears team. And then Seattle coming in with a lot of quarterback questions, with not many snaps under center entering the season, between Drew Lock, Geno Smith, Jacob Eason for the quarterbacks for 1, 2, 3 in the order, replacing Russell Wilson. That's going to be a difficult task this year. Yeah, I heard about that. Man, that's going to get tough to get used to, that the Dunk going to be having a new name. That's just unfortunate that the naming right's going to run out. It's growing up being in New England, everything basically is like Dunkin' Donuts. Like, you have a Dunkin' Donuts like 5 minutes down the road from each other. And, yeah, that's going to be difficult to get used to. A lot of different naming rights lately. This used to be called CenturyLink Field. For Seattle, they have a new name. They got Lumen Field now for their naming rights. A couple of them are new this year. Highmark Stadium for Buffalo. Highmark got the sponsorship. I've stumbled across a few more that I've seen with different naming rights too for this season. Bradley, what's good? Welcome back in, man. BGR, welcome back in. Things going pretty well. Yeah, I've been super busy lately. Past few weeks have been crazy. Yeah, me too. As much as possible. It's gonna be tough to make the name change for myself to try to get it out of the head. So kickoff hopefully soon. There's the Seahawks, the favorite on the line for this one. 4-point favorites tonight. Over under, last time I checked, at 38.5. Sir Smooth, welcome back in. Looks like a lot of empty seats here. Of course, that's the preseason. These tickets for preseason games going at like single dollar rates for a lot of these teams. Bigger market teams, though, they go up into like the 30s, 40s, sometimes 50s, 60s for preseason tickets. All depend on the market. Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan, so it looks like I looked at the website. Tickets start as low as $36. But a lot of the other preseason games, you could get tickets for like $7, $8, $9. All depends on what team hosts the home games and everything. Yeah, things going pretty well. Yeah, a lot of things recently. Last year, I was announcing for 2 different colleges. I just got accepted into a third. And then last week, I was able to take my games for those schools. So that was pretty cool. So I was able to pick out my schedules because they came out last week. So I got 2 college football games in the month of September that I get to cover. So that'll be awesome. That's the first time I'll ever be covering a college football game in person, which is pretty cool. But I signed up to do like a bunch of sports. I got a bunch of matchups they had me covering volleyball for, which that was really cool. Last season I covered a bunch of volleyball games, and they do like 3 games in a day, and they go by super fast, which is awesome. So I'm doing volleyball, field hockey, and then football. Those are the main 3 I'm doing in the fall. And then one of the schools I was able to sign up for basketball before the end of the year, because some of them have you just sign up for the fall, others do it to the year. Kevin, welcome back in. LBJ, welcome back to the stream, man. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. KD to the Celtics. I think Boston's fine, honestly, because if you look at the short term, that might look good for the short term, but the injuries as of late for KD, that's concerning. And then who they're going to give up for that. Looks like Jaylen Brown, they're probably going to have to give up, and then a couple more players in there, which the Celtics are super deep right now, and that's going to hurt them in the long term. That's the thing. Short term, it could win them a championship next year, but if everything goes according to plan, but also it lessens the depth in the team. That's the thing. So if somebody goes down, that's going to be difficult. And then yeah, long term is where it really hits them tough, because they trade for KD. They're going to have to get multiple players away and trade them away, and that's going to really hurt the depth, which they're super deep right now for Boston, what they got with Malcolm Brogdon, Gallinari. Yeah, I heard about that this week. Panthers had 2 brawls. That's just so uncharacteristic of the Patriots, like something that I thought I'd never hear. The Patriots were in multiple brawls this week. I heard about that. Those were crazy, I heard. Yeah, thanks so much, Bradley. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I sent my demos out to a couple other colleges. They really liked my work. I was able to connect with a couple of the other people or so to like make connections with them, but they were looking more for like an announcer to cover like multiple sports for them and be like available constantly. So that was like probably why they had like other people do it or so, because one of the schools that I applied for was like around an hour away, so it would kind of be tough for me to get there on some of the weeknights because traffic going into the city where it's at, it's more like an hour without traffic. It's probably like an hour 45, 2 hours when you add in the traffic time. And by the time it starts and by the time it finishes, I get home after the games around like 10:30, 11 o'clock or so. This game is on ESPN. All right, so here we go. We're going to have kickoff right now. Seattle home for this matchup as they will kick it away, going right to left in the field. Chicago back, returning it at their own 1 yard line. Past the 15-20. Right side of the hashes, past the 25. Oh, there's a loose football. Fumbled at the 30-yard line. The Bears will retain possession, though, off the kickoff, so it'll stay Chicago ball, and they'll start off at their own 30. I mean, an awful way to start off the game with a lost fumble, but luckily for the Bears, they did not lose the ball. So here comes out Justin Fields, 4 for 7 in the first preseason game, 48 passing yards. Not really much going on in that first preseason game between Chicago and Kansas City offensively. It was a 19-14 victory for the Bears. Both teams only had 15 first downs and 7 punts by each team. The kick returner was number 12, Velus Jones Jr., a rookie. So he fumbled the ball, took a big hit around the 30-yard line. It was by Marquise Blair who stripped it out. First possession goes from the gun by Fields. Fields has Herbert lined up to his right. Play action. Dumps it up underneath, complete. Spin move past the 35, breaking a tackle. To the 40 goes, and that's good for 11, first down. Gain of 11 goes to the tight end, Cole Kmet. So trying to get on the positive side of things this season for Justin Fields. Only 7 passing touchdowns to 10 interceptions in his first season. He will go in the single setback formation this time. Ball spotted at the Chicago 43-yard line. Fields takes a snap, drops back, pressure coming. Fires near side off the fingertips, incomplete once again of Kmet, the intended receiver. The tight end targeted twice in this game. Short routes behind the line of scrimmage going forward. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. That was a free blitz up the middle by Seattle's defense, putting the pressure on. They want to target the offensive line of Chicago right out of the gate in this game. That's been a struggling part for the Bears. Last year, giving up a ton of sacks. Last in the league, allowing 58 sacks. At their own 43, Fields hands it off. Herbert up the middle, past the 45, takes it right to midfield, carries the pile along. Gain of 7 brings up a 3rd and 3. Yeah. So he got 11 game suspension today. I heard he won't be back until week 13 because when they have the bye week. Yeah, they're in a big question mark right now for who that quarterback's going to be for Cleveland. Here's a 3rd and 3 right at midfield. Fields from the shotgun formation. Herbert lined up to his left in the backfield. Fields takes a snap. Tries to rush up on the quarterback draw. Dives for not enough. Loose ball. Looked like he was down, though, with his knee. Picked up by the Seahawks. Seattle saying that it's their football, but the referees come in. They make the right call, say that Justin Fields is down. His knee was down as he was outstretching, trying to get to the first down marker, but it looked like he was 2 yards shy, and it will bring up now a 4th and 2. It was just a botch play to begin with. Not sure if they wanted to go with a quarterback draw to start, but yeah, his knee is clearly down, stretching out, and then the ball comes out as it gets contacted by the turf. And they will go for it, so they keep Fields on the field. 4th and 2 at the 49 of Seattle. Fields from the gun. Ooh, did somebody jump early? Fields takes the snap, and we do have a flag down. Penalty flag down. This may be offsides by Seattle, and it is. 1st down. So that gamble works out for Chicago. Wow. Over the line of scrimmage. Try to time it perfectly. It's number 52, Darrell Taylor. And he gets an earful right along the sideline right now. So via penalty, moves the chains, and a lucky cause for the Bears. They have it now at the 44-yard line of Seattle territory. Fields takes a snap, pressure coming, rolls out to his right, throws in a run. Sliding catch complete. Gain of 4 by the running back, Khalil Herbert. It's going to bring up around a 2nd down and 6. So yeah, this drive just keeping on going. That is a gift for what Seattle did to keep it going, the offsides penalty. I was shocked that they went for it right at midfield, too, to begin with. This early in the game, ball spotted around the 40. Fields rolls out to his left, throws it downfield. He has an open receiver complete. It's Kmet chased down inside the 25. That's a new set of downs. That's good for around a 14-yard catch and run by Cole Kmet. 2 quick receptions in this game. Justin Fields so far 3 for 4. 35 passing yards through the air. Kmet tonight 2 catches for 31 yards. 20 yards after the catch. Fields with a nice pitch and catch. Able to drag Kmet right into his hands with that one and lead him in with a pass. Screen pass. Right side complete. Juke move inside the 20. Spin move by Darnell Mooney. Tackled around the 17. Now they move it right into the red zone for the first time tonight for the Bears. And this clock keeps on ticking, under 11 minutes left to go first quarter. Yeah, I didn't realize that we had a draft yesterday until I saw on Discord about it, because I had a couple things to do for yesterday, and then I logged into Discord at like 9 something at night, and then I looked at my fantasy team, and I was like, wow, this is stacked, projected for like 142 points. Field signals a receiver, passes to the corner, too tall, it's incomplete. Justin Fields too high, looking for his intended receiver, Darnell Mooney. Mooney was open in the corner. We do have a penalty flag down, 2nd penalty of the game. And this will be on Chicago. An eligible player downfield. That's an offensive tackle, Larry Bloom. So penalty declines. So we have 10-19 in the first. And this will bring up a 3rd and 4. So loss it down, 3rd and 4. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. Fields dumps it underneath Herbert. Big hit, though, at the 18-yard line. That is a loss of 2. That is Josh Jones, the safety that comes in, reads it perfectly. Able to put a pop on Herbert. Makes a big tackle and will force a field goal try here for the Bears. Reading it perfectly. Textbook tackle going down low. to tackle Herbert right to the turf. 35-yard attempt by Cairo Santos. He used to play for Kansas City before coming to Chicago to snap the hold, a kick. That's good. Through the uprights from the right hash by Santos, and Chicago first drive. They take it downfield courtesy via a penalty, able to help them out on the 4th down, kept it alive, and able to tack on a field goal, 3-0 for the Bears. Cole Kmet, the tight end. 2 great catches, 31 receiving yards, long of 19 on the reception. And Justin Fields' first drive, he goes 5 for 7, 39 passing yards. So we head to the first timeout of this game. We got 9:34 left to go in the first. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Special live stream tonight here covering the NFL preseason. Haven't covered football in about 2 weeks or so since the Hall of Fame game, so good to get back into the swing of things here, into the groove of stuff. Yeah, when I saw my team, I was like, man, this is stacked. Like, I thought that I would have to like add drop players, because that's what you usually do after like a auto draft or so. You get stuck with players that you absolutely hate. But wow, I didn't have to do anything for that team. That just came out of nowhere. Yeah, and the other drafts I picked pretty well too. Or actually, I should say just the one draft that I did, the first one that I did, and then the other one had to be auto too. Yeah, that was around like a week and a half ago. I was having a lot of trouble with my car. The ABS light actually went on my car, and we had to go get it fixed or so. It was one of the tires wasn't reading for the ABS, so we had to go get a part and fix that so it was able to be red. It's kind of odd. I never had that happen before. Vaughn, what's good? Welcome back in, man. Me personally, I'm more excited for the NFL than college, but that's basically because of where I am, being from Massachusetts myself. If you guys didn't know, I'm a huge Patriots fan. College football, it's not the best up here where I am in New England. It's basically Boston College for college football, that's it. And then you got UMass and you got UConn. College basketball is the bigger landscape because you add in, for college basketball, being a New Englander, you got Providence and UConn. Ooh, an official got knocked down off the kickoff. It's going to be a touchback, so Seattle will start off at their own 25. There we go. Forgot I had the ball. There we go. Hey, Vaughn's got his channel too. There we go. Best of luck to you, man. Hope all is going well with the streaming setting. So here comes out Geno Smith. He's been in the league quite a bit. 5 starts since 2015. Bouncing around multiple teams in the league for Geno Smith. I remember when he was with the Jets, as that's a tough first snap here for Seattle. Penalty flag, it's going to be a false start. Rough way to start things off for the Seahawks. False start, offensive tackle. That's a rookie too, Charles Cross. I've actually haven't for an auction draft. I did one with my friends a couple years ago, and it was the waiver wire. You had to do like a certain amount of money or so to pick up a player. Like you had to do the bets via money, and whoever bet the most for the wager would get the player. Rush up the middle, gain of 2 by Travis Homer. So this will bring up now a 2nd down and 8. Seahawks go out of the gun. Smith takes the snap. Screens it underneath. Homer receives it. Past the 25. Big tackle at the 30-yard line. They'll bring up now a third and around 5. There's a Michael Joseph who came in and just looked like he pressed the hit stick on a PlayStation controller with that tackle. Harry, what's good? Welcome back in. It's a player down for Chicago. This is number 44, Matthew Adams, who has to be attended to right now as he is seen walking towards the sideline at the moment. So this will bring up a 3rd and 5 now by Seattle. Ball spotted at their own 30-yard line. Geno Smith from the shotgun formation. Running back Travis Homer lined up to the right side. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Smith takes a snap, drops back to pass. Fires across the middle. In and out of the hands, it's incomplete. Would have been a dime to number 19, Penny Hart. That's 18. Freddie Swain, number 18, should have had that ball. He just lost concentration out of it. Smith with a nice pass. You got to catch that. He had a step or two behind his defensive back and just wasn't able to catch it. So that is Freddie Swain. Missed drop target by him. It just zips right through his fingertips and goes like 20 yards past him. Michael Dixon on the punt. Boots this ball away. Angles it towards the near side. Takes a bounce inside the 25. And it rolls out of bounds around the 21. So Chicago will start their possession at their own 21 coming up. Second drive of the game. Toivo, welcome back in. Thanks so much for joining in. Warren, welcome on board once again, man. Hope all is going well. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Special live stream tonight, trying to get back into the swing of things. Covering some NFL preseason games here. Trying to get into a groove of covering football once again. I'm covering some football games in person next month for college football, so that's why I'm trying to get back into the groove once again of covering football. Hey, there we go, doing a video about the Big Ten. I heard Big Ten today signing a big TV contract coming up later in the decade. That's one that you have to have for Freddie Swain for Seattle. Would have been a first down and probably would have taken the Seahawks close to midfield when he caught that football because he had a step or two behind his defensive back and could have been more. So just missed opportunities so far. That's been the story of this game tonight for the Seahawks. They had the offsides call on their defense on a 4th down and short for Chicago around midfield that kept the drive alive. And then that ball clearly should have been caught. So just missing chances resulted in a 3 and out for Seattle. And Chicago managing the clock pretty well so far. That first drive just took them downfield, able to put a field goal on the board. The Bears so far, 5.5 minutes of clock time. And Seattle, that drive only lasted around 1 minute and 20 seconds. All right, so we get back to action right now. Out of the timeout, Chicago will have the football placed at their own 21-yard line. They go into the I formation. Fields. This will be Trevor Siemian in place of Fields. So Fields played the first drive. Out on the field now is Trevor Siemian under center. So they go starters rather quickly here in the preseason games. So Justin Fields gets substituted out for Siemian. First play, a handoff, and a 2-yard rush by Treston Ebner. Was on the right side counter, brings up 2nd down and 8. Bruin, welcome back in the stream. Hope all is going well, man. New tight end into the game. This is James O'Shaughnessy, number 80, in place of Cole Kmet right now. 3 wide receivers. They go with Dante Pettis, Daz Newsome, and Isaiah Coulter. Handoff up the middle to Ebner. Not really much going on there. Able to pick up around a gain of 2 to the 25. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. Oh boy, streaming debut coming up 2 weeks from today. Well, best of luck right there. Trevor Siemian yet to attempt the pass so far. Former Denver Bronco. Chicago with a football spotted at their own 25-yard line. Siemian takes a snap, going to hand off up the middle on the draw. It's enough for the first down, past the 30 to the 33. Carried for 8, needed 6. Moves the chains by Ebner. Treston Ebner, the rookie. Great start to the preseason last week. 6 carries, 31 rushing yards. Also leading Chicago. Not really much, but for rushing yards, but they were using multiple running backs in that first game. And he also had a touchdown catch, too. 1 of 2 touchdown receptions in the game. Ebner breaks another tackle and takes it to the 35. So they've yet to attempt the pass so far by Siemian. They're just using clock right now for Chicago. Super conservative. We're seeing a lot of broken tackles, though, in the early going here by the Bears offense. I think for Chicago, they're going to have to look to see if they can get their receivers involved. This wide receiving core going into the season, more so of a bottom-tier receiving core in all of the NFL. We have an injured player down, offensive lineman number 60. Dieter Iselin is down, undrafted in 2020 from Yale. We see him jogging towards the sideline right now. He's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Bears. Clock is ticking. 6:20 left to go in the first. Chicago playing the time game so far, dominating possession. 2nd and long. Siemian from the shotgun formation takes the snap. This time drops back, fires across the middle, complete inside the 45 to around the 47. That's O'Shaughnessy. Tight end heavy in this game so far by Chicago. 3 receptions combined by the tight ends. 2 by Kmet in the first drive. First one of the game by James O'Shaughnessy. As that moves the chain, good for a first down. That's a catch of 16. 5.5 left to go in the first. Siemian once again from the shotgun formation. In motion, Daz Newsome lined up on the right side. Siemian takes a snap, drops back, fires. Far side, in and out of the hands, too far, incomplete. Looking for Velus Jones Jr. And the clock will stop with 5:27 in the first. Victoria, welcome in. Happy birthday to you. Hope all went well today. That's awesome. Louisville against Clemson. 2nd and 10. Siemian. Handoff. Nothing there. Tripped up right back to the line of scrimmage. Goes Ebner. Tackle from behind by number 52, Darrell Taylor. Oh, tomorrow, I got you there. Yeah, I just saw the last word of that. So, yeah, that's awesome. Her birthday coming up tomorrow. 3rd and 10 coming up. Running back on this possession is Darrington Evans, the third down back. Simeon from the shotgun takes a snap at his own 47. Rolls out to his left being chased. Shovels it. It's complete. Not enough for the first down, though. Like around a catch of 1 yard. It's Evans who got the catch. We do have a penalty flag in the field, though. Looks like it's coming back. This penalty's been declined. Holding by Chicago. The guilty party, Sean Coleman, on the offensive line. So this will bring up now a 4th down and 9. And Chicago will put on the punting unit first time of the game. Trenton Gill receives the snap and he will punt it away. Gill sends the punt to the 10-yard line. Fielded by Seattle. Rushing down the right sideline out of bounds. It's a kick return of 5. It's by Freddie Swain, the kick returner. So Seahawks looking to see if they can get something going on their second drive of the game. First drive, 3 and out coming up. We'll see what happens. Chicago leading early 3-0 over Seattle. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Special live stream tonight here covering the NFL preseason. Trying to get back into the swing of things covering football. I haven't covered football in quite some time, so good to be back and getting into the groove of things once again. Yeah, I hope they prove me wrong this year for basketball. I went through my ACC predictions through like my research last couple weeks, and it was just really tough for me to place them and place them to be like a tournament grouping team in the conference because they just lost so much in the offseason. And they don't return much, too. So I feel like this is going to be a massive rebuilding year for them. I don't follow what's going on for football that much because I'm more of college basketball type for what's going on for sports at Louisville there. But, yeah, when I went through their college basketball team for the conference projections, I'm trying to put that together. For them coming up, I think if they want to surpass expectations, I was looking at their team, I think the name to know is L. Ellis, and he's going to have a monster season for you guys this year. Yeah, there's probably somebody out there that streams every bowl game. It's kind of tough to do. I really do hope they prove me wrong, though. They should be great in the future. It's just this one season, looking at their roster, I got a lot of question marks or so. As we get back to action after the timeout, Seattle first possession. A lot of question marks about these two teams going into the season as Geno Smith He's taken down from behind as he launches the football and able to get it out in time outside a tackle box. It's incomplete, brings up a 2nd and 10. Woody, welcome on the streamer, man. We've got 4:21 remaining in the first. Chicago Bulls 1-2-3. Welcome back in the stream, bud. Seahawks yet to get a first down tonight. Geno Smith, the quarterback, from the shotgun formation. Smith takes a snap, delayed handoff, up the middle, rushes up to the middle of the hashes. That carry goes for around 8 by Travis Homer. As he meets Nicholas Morrow on the tackle, this will bring up about a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and short now for Seattle. Ball spotted at their own 21-yard line. Smith takes a snap. His pass deflected, batted down, incomplete. Got a hand on that ball, number 90. Angelo Blackson, and that will be the 2nd 3 and out tonight by the Seahawks. Chicago's defense for years, it has been super strong. Constantly one of the better tier defenses in the NFL. They've shown it so far. 4th and 3, they haven't made many mistakes. Dixon punts this ball away. Deep punt, all the way to the 20, it gets fielded. Rushing down the far sideline, this is Velus Jones Jr. He's got an opening pass midfield, 45, 40, 35, and knocked out of bounds around the 30-yard line. That's good for a 50-yard return, approximately, by the rookie. Velus Jones Jr., number 12, sets up Chicago in great field position. A lot of broken tackles by Chicago so far. Jones had a couple of hands on him, but just not able to bring him down. That's mainly his speed just to get to the edge on the return. That's going to be marked down as a 48-yard punt return. Came from Tennessee, first-team All-SEC player. Specialist in special teams, or he was a special teams player of the year last year. On the draw, gain of 2 and a carry by Darrington Evans, now the running back. The ball spotted around the 30-yard line of Seahawks territory. This will bring up a 2nd and 8 for Chicago. Wow, that's impressive. 17-22. 1,722 all-purpose yards last year in the SEC for Velus Jones Jr., the punt returner, really making a name for himself. Here's a big carry. Rumbles forward past the first down marker to about the 21-yard line, close to the red zone. Offensive line really moving the pile forward right now for the Bears. Whenever Trevor Siemian's checked into the game, they've gone more rush heavy. 9 carries for 31 so far on the ground. That's Darrington Evans for a carry, good for a first down. Ball spotted at the 21 of Seahawks territory. Evans in the backfield. They go in a single set back formation. Hand off to Evans. Makes a cut to the right side of the hashes. Powers his way past the 15. Goes forward to the 14. That's in the bottom half right now, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the teams in the conference got better, and then some of the teams that were up there last year actually got, way worse. 2nd and 4. Pass complete down the near side. Inside at 10, first down. Needed 4, got around 5 or 6. Goes to Isaiah Coulter, the receiver. Riley, welcome in. Hope all is going well, man. First and goal. Chicago inside the 10 now at the 9. Final minute left to go in the first quarter. We're zipping by. Empty backfield. Simeon from the gun. Receives the snap. Fires. Slant complete. Spin move. Breaks a tackle. Tries to get the edge. Swung down at the 2. It's complete. For a 7-yard catch, though. That is Simba Webster. It's a touchdown saving tackle by number 39 of Seattle. Tariq Woolen. That's a good ball right there by Simeon. Just able to get it out of his hands quick. Soft spot in coverage, able to find Webster. So they've rushed it heavy, getting a lot of confidence from their offensive line early on in this game for the Bears. They could do the same, but we're going to see this play after the end of the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the book. Chicago once again in striking distance. Third drive of the game. Things looking well right now for Chicago. Trying to get the first touchdown on the board. So they're up 3-0. Alright, if you guys are new to the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for joining in, being a part here on the channel tonight. Rough game going on for Seattle. Multiple missed tackles. Not really much going on offensively. And no first downs. Time of possession clearly in favor of Chicago in this game. 7 first downs by the Bears. None by the Seahawks. Over 12 minutes of time of possession in the first quarter by Chicago. Just 2 minutes, 19 seconds on the first 2 drive of the games by Seattle. Total plays right now is just in one favor here for Chicago. 22-6 for total plays. Justin Fields' first drive, he went 5 for 7, 39 passing yards, and it led to be a field goal. It was actually a poor penalty by Seattle on a gamble of a call. It was a 4th down play, 4th and short around midfield that Chicago went for, and Seattle went offsides, and that's what allowed Chicago to get a first down, kept the drive alive, and then the Bears ultimately ended up getting a field goal out of it. Cole Kmet, strong first drive of the game. He had 2 catches for 31 yards, put Chicago near the red zone. Trevor Simeon's now come in. He is 4 for 5, 29 yards, but it's been more of the ground game right now for Chicago. 37 rushing yards in the ground so far, and 68 through the air. With Fields with 39, Simeon with 29. Yeah, this season, I think it's going to be a tough one for them, especially considering what's going on in training camp. Like, this is uncharacteristic Patriots football right now. I wouldn't be shocked if they go 6-11 for them this season. I think they'll probably get to 9 or 8 for wins. So I think they're probably going to be 9-8 or 8-9, probably. We get back to action. Pass down the far side. It's complete, and that's a touchdown across the pylon. He goes, that is Jake Tongs, the tight end, for the 2-yard touchdown catch. Trevor Simeon doing a great job so far commanding his offense. Just goes in around a 3-step drop back, fires the 2-yard line and an out route, and then just puts the ball right across the goal line. Tumbles over the pylon for the touchdown. So these are the tight ends that's really getting into action today. Making a difference in this game right now. Jake Tongs with a touchdown catch. Cole Kmet had 2 catches in the first drive. James O'Shaughnessy had a big catch of 16 on this drive. Extra point is good. Great start for Chicago, 10-0. It was all out of the power I formation. That's what I talked about. Seattle, I thought for myself, if I'm looking at this play, Chicago's been running the ball successful. Simeon's been more conservative with the football. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm thinking more that Chicago's going to run the ball, try to power it right after you on a first down play, 1st and goal. But instead, they go with a pass from the I formation on a quick out route across the goal line. That's textbook right there to fool the defense. Yeah, that's interesting. So Keontae Johnson's still playing basketball right now. And all those teams need somebody. I think if there's a team that makes some noise, Western Kentucky could be that team. I think they're pretty stacked. Them and UAB, out of the Conference USA. UAB, I heard, got like 6 transfers, and they bring basically everybody back. That team is going to be a team that will probably like bust a bunch of brackets. Could have capability of winning a tournament game this year. They had just played in the tournament last year. Kansas State desperately needs players. I was looking at their roster, and to keep up in the Big 12 against everybody, I see them going through a massive rebuild this season. 1st and 10, ball at the 25 for Seattle. Breaking a tackle. Homer, right down the middle. Oh, he's got some room. 40, 45, down the right sideline, past midfield, inside the 45-yard line. That's a wonderful carry, lost in a crowd of defenders, and just makes a cut all the way to the right. And it pays off. Travis Homer. Breaking tackles along the way. That's a big run. Longest play of the game. I think that's around the longest play of the game, or close to it. It's going to be a 33-yard run. Longest play definitely for the Seahawks. That's their first down. It's a 48-yard play at one point for Chicago so far. Here's a rush for a gain of 2 up the middle. So it goes to DJ Dallas this time of Seattle. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Dolphins myself this year. I think they might have a record more similar to the Patriots. I think it's a one team AFC East with Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo looks pretty accurate, 13-4. I'm just not that high on Miami as what a lot of other people have. I know a lot of other people have them at like 11 or 10 wins, but I think they're probably going to be more like 9 or 8 wins for Miami. I feel like with that organization, there's like a lot of distractions when in the past like year or so that's happened to them. And yeah, the Jets at the bottom. Some of the people in the off season were saying that the Jets are like could be like legitimate this year. I'm not buying that at all. Now that we don't even know the status of if Zach Wilson's going to be able to play opening day or not. When I first heard about that, I heard that it was going to be like 4 weeks. But he could be available opening day, but we're not sure. But yeah, either way, you probably get like 4 or 5, 6 wins. I'd see, most likely. We have a timeout from action. We got 14-14 left to go in the second. Chicago with a 10-0 lead, capitalizing in their first drive with a field goal, and then their third drive with a touchdown. Lone touchdown, 2-yard passing touchdown by Trevor Siemian to the tight end, Jake Tonks. His lone catch of the game went for 2 yards. And this looks to appear to be a terrible injury on the field right now. This is bad. Anytime that you have to get the card out, it's not good. This is not good right now. Terrible injury on the field. And that's a Seahawks player. Number 68 for Seattle, Damian Lewis. So we just saw him being taken on the stretcher off the field, and once again they cut to another break. Just devastating. Anytime that a player has to go on a stretcher, it's just never a good sign. It's 99.9% of the time that's season ending. Just prayers up for that young man. Yeah, I saw, I heard about that yesterday. Jawan Williams on injured reserve now. It's just another blow to the secondary. Malcolm Butler got put on injured reserve yesterday. So not really much in the secondary for the Patriots for this season. Already banged up in the secondary. That's a big one with when J.C. Jackson went to the Chargers. That's one that the Patriots really going to regret. Because Jackson was such a crucial player to the team. Do I know a song, You Make My Dreams? Yes. I know a song, You Make My Dreams. There's a lot of songs with dreams, but I know the one with the lyrics with that. We've been on this timeout for quite a bit of time right now. Hopefully we get a good game coming up, because Seattle finally starting to move the football down the field. They just got their first down of the game with Travis Homer, a 33-yard rush. So they're finally on the board for their first down in the early second quarter. We got 14-14 left to go in the second quarter. 8 first downs by Chicago, just 1 by the Seahawks. Total time of possession, 12 minutes 47 seconds by Chicago, and 3 minutes and 25 seconds by Seattle. All right, here we go. We're back from the timeout as we get back to action. Seattle has the football. It's going to be a 2nd down and 8 for the Seahawks as they go from the ace formation, ball spotted at the Chicago 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle, nothing there, right back to the line of scrimmage for no gain on the carry by DJ Dallas. This will bring a 3rd and long coming up now for Seattle. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Smith takes a snap, fires. Near side, complete, not enough for the first down though. Caught by Penny Hart as he meets 2 defenders. And Joe Thomas, the outside linebacker, one of those defenders to put on the tackle. And this will bring up now a 4th down and short for the Seahawks. Will they gamble here? They will. 4th and 2. Seattle goes for a pass across the middle. It's complete. First down inside the 25-yard line. They gamble. They go for it. They get it. Kay Johnson on the catch, moves the chains. Penalty flag is down, though. Oh, and this is on Seattle. That's coming back. Seahawks commit a penalty. Holding on the offensive line, it comes back to haunt them. So instead of making the fourth down conversion, backs them up 10 yards in the holding call, and it's a 4th and 12, and they will have to punt the football away. Dixon boots it away. Angles it towards the numbers. Bounce inside a 5 at the goal line, and it will be a touchback. Wasn't fielded cleanly. Had his back heel touch the goal line by the special teamer of Seattle that came up with a football. That is Justin Coleman, number 24. He fields it, but his feet are on the paint at the goal line. Have to put your cleats in front of the goal line at the 1 or the half-yard mark. That's a rough break for Seattle. A lot of tough breaks for the Seahawks. Ball will be spotted at the 20 now for Chicago. Demetrius, welcome back in. I want more cash. Welcome on board once again. Things going pretty well. I just have the generic screen for the background on my phone. Never put anything on it. Simeon rolls out to his right off the play action. Simeon fires. Far sideline incomplete. Just threw it away instead of losing yards. Actually a smart decision there as he was going out of bounds. Well outside the tackle box, so we'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Covering a special live stream tonight, NFL Preseason. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for tonight in this game, who you're a fan of, Bears or Seahawks. 2nd and 10 at their own 24 Chicago. Simeon takes a snap, handoff. Makes a cut to his left, dragging tacklers along. That's good for a gain of 8 on the rush. As it goes to Treston Ebner. Do I think Dodgers will win the World Series? Possibly. Wouldn't be shocked if an AL team wins it. Around a month ago, I said I wouldn't be shocked if it's the Yankees. Now the Astros are on a roll, so Astros pounded the White Sox right now. I think Houston, as of August 18th, 2022, right now, they're playing the best baseball out of a lot of teams right now, that they got a great chance to win it. 3rd and 1. Simeon takes a snap. Penalty flag is down. And this will be a loss of 5 by Chicago. False start on the offensive line, so it backs them up 5. $11:30 left to go in the second. This will bring up now a 3rd down and 6 for the Bears. Ball spotted at their own 23-yard line. Simeon takes a snap, draws back, fires, far side. It's complete past the 1st down marker to the 31. It's good for a pitch and catch of 8 yards. Goes to Simba Webster to move the chains. Mario, welcome back in. Stay safe out there, man. Yeah, super hot. Where I'm from Massachusetts. We're going through a severe drought right now. We haven't seen, rain in forever. Or when we've got rain, we've barely got rain. But we haven't had, a good rainstorm since, the month of May, basically. That's what it seems like. Play action. Simeon being chased. Fires. Near side. It's incomplete. Italiano, thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, things going pretty well, man. Glad to have you guys back on the channel tonight. This time, Chicago will go from the I formation. Ball spotted at their own 31-yard line. Simeon, handoff, up the middle. Rumbling forward for about a gain of 2. That is Treston Ebner, the running back. Ebner tonight, 7 carries for 21 yards in the ground, long of 9. So this is a 3rd and long opportunity now for Chicago. 2 for 6 tonight on 3rd down efficiency for the Bears. As we approach the 10-minute mark remaining before halftime. From the gun at Simeon, high snap bobbled, able to get it. Throws off his back foot, and that is complete. It's a 1st down catch. Catch of around 10, or the referees will actually come in and say that it hit the turf. Incredible effort, though, by Isaiah Coulter, who tried to trap the football. Let's see here. Ooh, I think that's a catch, actually, how he secured it. Both hands under the football. Right now on the graphic, they got 4th and 8. If that was bobbled and it hits the turf, that would be incomplete. But it didn't look like he had lost it, and they will not review it. Interesting call there by the officials. They will not review the call just yet. Play clock going down, and it goes down to double zeros. We're going to have a challenge or no? Chicago was doing that because they wanted to see if they could get a challenge or not. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Looks like this will be reviewed. To my eyes, that looks like it's a clean catch. That did not look like it was trapped. We don't see a bobble there by Coulter. Or they won't challenge it. They just backed it up 5. So they did not challenge it. It looks like they were going to challenge it, but it backed them up 5 in a delay of game. This ball got punted away. And Seattle will start their offense coming up in a moment. Yeah, that looked like clearly a catch. I'm shocked that the boot did not review that. Or decide to review it. Yeah, just to pass time. Or so this game's actually flying by pretty fast. Yeah, I can understand, like, if it was an actual game, that would definitely be challenged. Score predictions for UNC Duke. They probably split the series with each other this year. I think both of them are going to be super close. Probably like 75-72 and like 80-77. Like 2 really close games. Been pretty much a lopsided game. Seattle just has not been able to move the football tonight at all. Just 1 first down by the Seahawks total. They got 1 big running play by Travis Homer. Good for a 33-yard rush. He's got 46 yards from scrimmage at the 58 total by Seattle tonight in this game. Total time of possession, basically triple. More than triple for Chicago compared to Seattle. 15 minutes, 35 seconds for the Bears, just 4 minutes and 40 seconds for the Seahawks. Just feel bad for these fans that paid their tickets. Good thing it's not that much money for a preseason game for these tickets. I'd hope not. But not looking so promising right now for the Seahawks. Just with 1 first down as we're under 10 minutes before halftime. So we come up out of the timeouts. Ball spot at the 35 for Seattle, and they lose yardage. They go with a screen pass and lose 4. Tight end Noah Fant. Out of bounds. There's a 4-yard loss and a screen to him. Novatron, welcome in. He's yet to play tonight. 2nd and 13. From the gun, Smith takes the snap, draws back, fires, deep ball down the left sideline. It's complete inside the 35, out of bounds, around the 25. That catch is made by Penny Hart, and that is another big play by the Seahawks for their second first down of the night. 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Finally, Seattle starting to do chunk plays. Ball spotted inside the 30 at the 27 of Chicago territory. They go, hurry up, Smith. Launches a deep ball down the left sideline. Going up the doorstep. In and out of the hands, though. It's incomplete. Derek Young had it inside the 5-yard line on a leaping grab. Turning his back to the football is a little bit underthrown by Geno Smith, but Young just couldn't haul it in. When he was coming down to the turf, he had lost it. Raymond, welcome to the stream, man. Probably gonna be like average if I had to project the Steelers this year. Probably go with like 9 or 8 for their victories this season. Yeah, I think they're in the same boat as the Patriots. Penalty flag is down. It's on Seattle's offense, holding the offensive line. Guilty party number 67, Charles Cross. This will bring up now a 2nd and 20. 8:40 left to go from the gun. Smith fires in and out of the hands of his intended wideout. It's incomplete. He had a crosser across the field. It was Penny Hart. Seen a couple drop balls today. But the wide receiving core of Seattle on catches they should have made, and that was one right there he definitely should have had. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside yet to play today. He was actually acquired on Monday, former Philadelphia Eagles. This will be a 3rd and 20 for Seattle. Ball at the Chicago 36. Dump off. Complete. Around the 30. Loose football. Chicago signaling that they have recovered it. We wait for the referees. Still a pile on the turf as we're awaiting a call by the referees. It is a loose football. The Bears get the strip and recover around their own 30-yard line. Wait, they're going to go back on this? Right now we get the graphic for 4th down. One referee was signaling Chicago ball. Now that was lost when his knee was down. So this should be, yeah, his knee is clearly down. This will be Seattle ball. So you've gone back on it, Seattle football. So the referees met about that. Seattle has the football, 4th and 12, attempting the field goal, and it is no good. Jason Myers, the key kicker, missing wide right of his angle. The hold by Dixon from the right hash, and Myers just puts it wide right. So many opportunities. The Seahawks just cannot capitalize and score tonight. Yeah, this has been brutal for the Seahawks. Struggling to get the football downfield. They've had 2 chunk plays, basically, that's given them those 2 first downs. And then penalties, missed tackles, drop passes, and now a missed field goal to add to the cause. So one team is executing, the other team is not so far. That's been the issue in this game. I haven't ate Chick-fil-A in a while. Yeah, Cleveland needs a quarterback now. So, as of right now, looks like Jacoby Brissett's the next man up for quarterback to replace Deshaun Watson for the first 11 weeks. Which Jacoby Brissett has been in that situation before. When Andrew Luck retired like the end of August that season, Brissett was just thrown into the fire, and that was basically a lost season for Indy that year. So he's just had like opportunities go right with him, with the quarterback before him just have terrible luck. Like, usually to replace him as the backup, it's 99.9% of the time an injury, the reason why you're there, but gets another opportunity for replacement with a suspension. The Deshaun Watson being suspended allows him right now to be the top quarterback, but we'll see what happens. I wonder if they're going to see if they can potentially go for Jimmy Garoppolo. We'll see. That would bring Jimmy and Jacoby back, once again playing for the same team with each other, because they used to play together with the Patriots. First pass, drop ball by the Bears. It will bring up now 2nd and 10. Chicago has it around their own 37-yard line. Simeon screens it. Far side, Marquise. That's number 12. Caught for about a gain of 6 or 7. Going to bring up around a 3rd and short. That is, Velus Jones Jr. on the catch. So we got around 7 minutes left to go before halftime. Ball spotted at their own 41-yard line. Darrington Evans, the running back in the backfield. He lines up to the left side of Simeon. Simeon takes a snap, handoff, and a draw. Evans rumbles forward. He's a yard shy of the first down marker, though. Seattle, with their defense saying that they got the stop. Yes, they have. It will bring up a 4th down and 1. Right decision here. You're up 10-0. Trenton Gill, the punter, will come up now out to the field as we got around 6 minutes left to play. Scales, long snaps. Off to Gill. Boots it away. Towards the 15. Fielded, fair catch of the 16. That's where Seattle will start this drive. Seahawks coming up at their own 16-yard line. Geno Smith tonight just 5 for 10 passing, 55 yards through the air. Travis Homer with a long rush at 33. He's got 3 carries for 46 yards in the ground, averaging above 15 yards per tote. Penny Hart's the lone breakaway receiver in this match. 2 catches for 46 yards and a long of 41 by Hart. 1st and 10. Seattle starts off around their 16-yard line. They will go from the ace formation. Motion by Hart. Handoff. Rushing towards the right side of the hashes. Diving forward. Carried good for 8 by DJ Dallas. Time is ticking down, approaching the 5.5-minute mark left to go before halftime. Now from the shotgun formation, second and short. Smith, handoff, draw, Dallas. He gets drawn back. Not enough for the first down. The weight of Dominique Robinson, the rookie and the defensive end, able to pull Dallas's body back as he was a yard shy of the first down marker, and it will bring up a 3rd and 1. Hurry up. QB sneak up the middle. Smith gets it for the first. Penalty flag does come down, though. We'll check the penalty. And this is on the offense. Seattle, false start. So many miscues tonight for the Seahawks when they've had so many opportunities. Charles Cross in the offensive line. Rookie mistake right there for the false start. Brings up a 3rd and 5. Smith from the gun. Dallas, the running back, lined up in the backfield to his right. Smith takes a snap. Check down. Dallas off the wheel route. It's complete. 35-40. 45. Knocked out of bounds around midfield. That's quite enough for the first down. And that's 3 chunk plays tonight for the Seahawks. Beautiful play design right out of the backfield as DJ Dallas is open in the flat. Completely open in the flat as Chicago goes with a blitz. Nobody picks up Dallas, and Dallas is down the near sideline for a big gain. 1st and 10 around midfield. Short pass underneath near side, complete to Freddie Swain in the catch. It's going to bring up around a 2nd down and manageable. So the clock is ticking down just northwards at 4 minutes left to play. Larry, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, hopefully next year, man. I think they got a good chance for next season. Smith, play action, stumbles on the turf, and he goes down. That's a long sack. First one there to double touch. Geno Smith was number 55. Alquan and Muhammad who'll get the full sack recorded, but another mistake. Geno Smith just trips over Travis Homer's foot. Geno Smith in the play action bootleg play. Looked like it was designed to be, and Travis Homer and him just not on the same page together, got tangled up. And that is a big, big loss. 3rd and 13. Smith from the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Smith steps up in the pocket. Fires. Incomplete. Wide of the intended target down the middle of the field. Open was Bo Melton. But the pressure came a little bit too early anticipated for Geno Smith as he had to launch it. It was on a line and he zipped it too far wide right. 4th and 13 coming up, and the Seahawks once again will have to punt. Michael Dixon, no stranger to punting the football tonight. This will be his 4th punt of the game. Dixon receives the snap, boots it away. Angles it towards the far sideline. Takes a bounce inside the 10, fielded around the 8. And Chicago will have a long field coming up 92 yards away from the end zone approximately. When we get back to action in this game, Geno Smith's had some balls that he's thrown pretty well. Some of them, though, have mistimed off the mark. He's 7 for 13 tonight with 89 passing yards. Chicago's quarterbacks combining for 12 and 19 through the air, 81 passing yards as well, playing the conservative game for the Bears. Trevor Siemian, 7 of 12 passing, 42 yards through the air. Justin Fields, first drive he played, he was 5 or 7 for 39 yards. Bears have the football around their 10-yard line. Ace formation, under 3 minutes left to go. Handoff, trying to show patience. Gain of 5 to the 15-yard line goes Darrington Evans. Los Banos, I actually haven't heard of that before. Another penalty flag is down, and this is on Seattle. Their defense face mask penalty, and that's a new set of downs for Chicago. Head coach Pete Carroll going to have a fit when he looks back at the film of this game. That's now 6 penalties for 49 yards by the Seahawks tonight. Chicago just 2 penalties for 10 yards. Rush to the right side. Only got 1 out of it. This will bring up a 2nd down and 9 by Chicago on the run by Treston Ebner, number 31. And he'll take a seat on the bench right now. Looks like he's a little bit hobbled. Yeah, he has to get checked out on the bench. Two minutes left to go, and we reached that 2-minute warning. This game has been all Chicago, dominating the possession arrow. 2nd down and 7 coming up after the timeout. 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Bears up 10-0. Chicago doubling Seattle almost in time of possession tonight. 18 minutes by the Bears. Seattle approximately 10 minutes. So almost double. Total yards, despite the first downs being 10 first downs by Chicago, mixing and matching their drives with a lot of short underneath plays in this game, Seattle only has 4 total yards less. 142 by Chicago, 138 by the Seahawks. With the Seahawks only having 3 first downs throughout the course of this game, Chicago with 10 first downs total. Reason why Seattle's got close to the yardage is because they've had 3 massive chunk plays tonight. Travis Homer with a 33-yard rush. And then 2 massive catches. Penny Hart, 41-yard grab. DJ Dallas with a 29-yard catch. So 3 massive chunk plays for Seattle, whereas Chicago really hasn't been having explosive plays. Their explosive plays were much earlier in the game, back in the first quarter. Cole Kmet, first drive, 19-yard grab. James O'Shaughnessy, second drive of the game, he had a 16-yard catch. And the longest rush is only good for 11 by Darrington Evans tonight. TK, welcome to the stream, man. Yes, my girlfriend has played golf on. Yeah, when we went up to New Hampshire a couple of years ago, we did a driving range that one of our neighbors had us do in his yard. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Special live stream tonight covering the NFL preseason. Trying to get back into the swing of things. Haven't covered football in a while, so trying to get into my groove once again. My favorite football team, by the way, for the NFL is the Patriots. So I'm from Massachusetts. I've lived in Massachusetts all my life. Big Boston sports fan myself. Patriots, Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins. But I cover different teams here. Usually it's more so basketball content that I do, but I cover special live streams too from time to time with other sports. NFL, MLB being the 2 other special live streams that I've covered quite recently. We get back from the timeout. Screen pass underneath works to perfection as they needed about 10 yards. Got close to it. It's going to bring up around the 3rd down and inches coming up for Chicago. That pass was complete on the running back screen to Darrington Evans. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 as we're under 2 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Evans on the carry. Did not get there. Gets dragged down by the shoestring. Looked like right before the line of scrimmage, and that was Mike Jackson Sr., the one who came up with a big tackle. So this will bring up a 4th and 1, 1:21 left to play. And the Seahawks right here will burn a timeout. So that's the first charged timeout of the game. Trenton Gill, the punter, receives the snap, boots it away for Chicago. Gill with a deep booming punt. Takes a bounce inside the 5, bounces into the end zone for a touchback. $1:22 left to go before halftime. Dennis, welcome back on the stream, man. Seattle with a possession. They go out of the gun. Smith takes the snap. Draws back to pass. Passes underneath. Incomplete. The pressure getting there. Mistiming the pass a little bit. And DJ Dallas just butterfingers on that ball. Another ball that should have been caught, but in and out of the hands of Dallas. It will bring up a 2nd down and 10. 1:18 remaining. Flag is down. Movement on the offensive line. Pete Carroll going to have fits when he watches the film of this game. False start by the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down. It's on Charlie Cross. Been the guilty party a couple times today on penalties. Now 7 penalties for 54 yards by Seattle in the first half alone. 2nd and 15 now by the Seahawks. Ball spotted at their own 15-yard line. Smith from the gun takes a snap. Looks right. Fires right. That ball incomplete. In and out of the hands of Bo Melton, the intended wide receiver. It's tightly covered. It will bring up a 3rd and 15. And not much clock management either on the field for the Seahawks as there's still 1:13 left to go before half. Smith from the gun, 2 wide to the right. 1 in the backfield he has. Smith takes the snap, back to pass. Flushed out to his right. Smith gets sacked. Dropped back at the 7-yard line. 2nd sack of the game by Chicago. And that's Trayvon Coley, number 79, who gets the sack. Yeah, Seattle hasn't scored yet. They have been struggling to move the football. Seahawks with only 3 first downs in this first half. And all 3 first downs have been on chunk plays. They haven't been on like regular, normal plays to move the chains, like a 5 or 6 yard carry. They've been on... These are the plays that they've got first downs on: a 33-yard rush, a 41-yard catch, and a 29-yard catch. That's how they get the first down. They haven't gotten first downs like the usual way. You see other teams move the ball and moves the chains on short yardage situations. Here's a punt. Fielded at the 40 for Chicago to the 45-yard line approximately. It goes for a return of 5. 54 seconds left to go before halftime. The Bears still with time on the clock, 54 seconds to work with. They'll start off their possession at around their own 45. Geno Smith right now, his passer rating's only a 65.7. Delayed handoff. Making a cut to the left, past midfield, diving forward. First down, rush for 11. That's by Darrington Edwards. Evans, he's quick to get back to the line of scrimmage. They try to go no huddle, but then they realize they still have 3 timeouts, and Chicago will burn one. First timeout by the Bears with 47 seconds remaining before half. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe tonight, and a special live stream for you guys here on the channel. First and 10 around the 45-yard line. Seattle territory. Simeon, the quarterback from the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. Looking left, fires left side. Too short, incomplete. Intended receiver was Simba Webster. The clock will stop with 44 seconds. Second and 10 for the Bears. Ball spotted at the Seattle 45-yard line. Simeon takes a snap, fires right side. Incomplete. Dangerous pass looking for Simba Webster. Jumping the route. Mike Jackson Sr. has a couple positive plays today as a lone bright spot. And the Seattle secondary comes up with a pass deflection. Mike Jackson tonight with 4 tackles, 2 of those solo. First pass deflection of the night. Brings up a 3rd and 10 now for Chicago. 40 seconds before halftime at the Seahawks 45-yard line. Simeon from the gun receives the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Simeon. Oh, he gets dropped back. Trevor Simeon sacked for a loss of 8 on the play. The big boys up front giving Simeon the pressure. That is Miles Adams who comes up with a sack for the Seahawks. Pressure in the outside edge. That's number 98, Alton Robinson, who got the pressure around the edge. And then up the middle came in Adams. Just bulldozed his way in there and completely leveled Simeon. 33 seconds left. This will be a punt now. It's actually a timeout before by Seattle, and then we had one by Chicago. Seattle just took the timeout. Chicago had the one before that they took the timeout. Here's a muffed punt. Chicago, can they recover it? It's inside the end zone. Did they recover it? Touchdown by the Bears. A muffed punt by Cade Johnson. Decides to go for a fair catch inside his own 5-yard line. He muffs the punt. And the Bears recover it in their end zone for a bizarre touchdown. It's number 37 for Chicago. Elijah Hicks. The one who recovers it off the muff punt by Cade Johnson. Just an absolutely devastating game tonight by Seattle. Luckily, it's the preseason. When you're battling for roster spots, though, doesn't make your job any easier now going into roster cuts coming up soon. Now, was Hicks touched at the 1? That's what they might be looking at. If he was touched at the 1 or if he bobbled it before. But it will count as a touchdown. Here will be the extra point by Cairo Santos. So it has been confirmed touchdown on a muffed punt. Recovered by the Bears in their end zone. Santos tacks on the extra point. It is good. bizarre way to finish up the second quarter, basically, as we got 20 seconds left to go. 17-0, Pete Carroll. Thankfully for him, it's only a preseason game, but he must be living what he has seen here in this first half. They had the Legion of Boom back in the early 2000s, the best defense in the NFL. 2017 to 2020, ranked at the bottom at 10 in the NFL. Last season, they were 28th in yards allowed per game. They're playing more of a lethargic Chicago offense, not known for their offense. And Chicago plus 20 in the total yardage right now, 151 to 131 over Seattle. This is a Seahawks team that put up 25 points a week ago against the Steelers in their first preseason game, and just nothing going for them today. This kick goes to the back of the end zone, touchback, and the Seahawks will start off at their own 25. So final 20 seconds left to go before halftime, and if you've been watching the Seahawks, I don't know what you're looking at right now in this game. First and 10, Geno Smith at his own 25-yard line. Smith takes the snap in the pocket. Fires underneath, complete past the 30, stumbles to the 34. Pick up a 9 by DJ Dallas. They do have a timeout. They will burn one. 13 seconds left. Seattle's out of timeouts. 2nd and 1 with 13 seconds remaining. They've gotten 3 chunk plays in this game. That's how they've got all 3 first downs they've earned. They haven't got a first down the traditional way tonight on short yardage situations. We'll see what they do here. Smith takes the snap, fires underneath, complete. And that'll be enough for the first down and spins out of bounds. Goes Dallas with 7 seconds left. That's all you have to do. Just catch the ball, pick up the first down, get out of bounds. Didn't really give him much yardage, though, to do that. Now you're looking at basically a Hail Mary type of play, or play in the middle of the field using laterals now. 7 seconds remaining. We'll see what they got in the bag here. Smith dumps it underneath. That is complete. Sliding down by Dallas. Why did he do that? Mental mistake, and it goes into halftime. No timeouts remaining for the Seahawks. DJ Dallas decides to slide in the middle of the field with 1 second remaining, and that's how they go into halftime here for Seattle. I cannot believe what I've seen here in the first half. That's why they call it the preseason. So many mistakes. Execution is on 2 different levels tonight. And we're just seeing mental mistakes all over the place by the Seahawks team. I'll check that out when I have the chance there, TK. One team dominant total time of possession in the first half, 19 minutes plus for Chicago, under 11 minutes for Seattle in time of possession. First downs, it's a little bit better right now. It was a ton lopsided in that first half. At one point, Chicago had the first 7 first downs before Seattle could even get to 1. But right now, Bears with 11 first downs, Seahawks with 5. Actually, the Seahawks got more total yardage 154 to 151 by Chicago. It's just the penalties are crushing them right now. Penalties, drop passes, missed tackles, just mental mistakes. 7 penalties for 54 yards in the first half. A lot of those penalties were on the offensive line for false start or holding penalties for the Seahawks in the first half. And then the first 3 first downs they have were all like massive plays that they got for the Seahawks. So they've got big playability in this game. They just haven't been able to turn it into points or anything. And that muffed punt really hurt them. Like, anytime you turn over the football, that hurts you big time. Anytime you turn over the football and it goes into your opponent's end zone, yeah, that's another story. And that's an extra 6 points that should not be on the board right now. That the score is 17-10 because of that. So right now we're just at halftime. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight, being a part on the channel. Trying to get back into the groove of things, covering football. Haven't covered football in quite some time before this. So wanted to cover some games for you guys. Build up my announcing too, for announcing football games. Next planned stream will be on Sunday night. That will be another preseason game for the NFL. So that will be the Ravens against the Cardinals on Sunday night. Kickoff time will be at 8 o'clock. So right now, just on halftime currently, Seattle's going to really have to turn this around. They want any opportunity to come back in this game. But luckily, it's the preseason. It's tough for those who put their money in the line for this game so far because the first half is totally not turned into that favor. That's why if you're looking to do that for preseason games, probably would advise not to, because you don't know what could happen in these preseason games. Like, expect the unexpected. And Seattle came into this matchup as the favorite tonight. 4-point favorite, over under at 39. And their case for not scoring does not help out the over right now in this game. And that number being 39 is quite low compared to a lot of games there where you see the number at like 48, 52 for the over under, and just nothing on the board to show for so far in the first half. I like what Chicago did on the touchdown that they had on their third drive of the game. It was a short yardage situation at the 2-yard line. I think Seattle was anticipating run. Trevor Siemian went with a pass, short outs right before the goal line. The tight ends have had some solid production early going for Chicago. It was Cole Kmet in the first drive. He had 2 catches for 31 yards, long of 19. James O'Shaughnessy had his lone catch for 16 yards. And then the touchdown grab was by Jake Tongs, lone catch of the game for 2. They used him in the I formation on a short yardage situation at the 2. Feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys got in this one tonight, who you're a fan of, Bears or Seahawks. So right now we're just at halftime currently. You're checking to see how Justin Fields did. He played in the first drive of the game. Fields went 5 for 7 tonight, 39 passing yards. Led his team down the field to a field goal. It's actually a offsides penalty by Seattle around midfield in the first drive that allowed Chicago to continue to drive. It was an offsides penalty as the Bears gambled for in a 4th and short around midfield. It would have been interesting if Seattle hadn't committed that penalty, if Justin Fields would have gone onto the field for a second drive, because if they chose to punt, or if that penalty didn't happen and they didn't get it on the 4th down, would have turned it over on downs, and Justin Fields wouldn't have had much of an opportunity tonight. So that's the what-if category there, as if he would have had more opportunity, but the drive kept on going. Seattle gave him a gift, and Fields was able to take more snaps. After that, he completed that big pass down the field to Cole Kmet. Touchdown recovery of the punt muff by Seattle was by Elijah Hicks, who recovered it for Chicago. If this was an actual NFL game, that would be some nice numbers for the D and special teams right now for the Bears. Special teams gets a fumble recovery in the end zone, that's 6 points. And then what the defense has done so far, no points, allowing to the Seahawks, and also sacking Geno Smith twice. No interceptions, though, and just that lone loss fumble on the punt that was recovered in the end zone for the touchdown. Benuzzi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, tough one today for the Seahawks. All right, looks like we're going to get back to action here. Start of third quarter coming up in just a moment. It's kind of odd that they got the Monday Night Football graphic on the Bears Seahawks when it's a Thursday game tonight for the preseason. I know what they mean, that they get the brand for ESPN for Monday Night Football. They should just do ESPN preseason instead of Monday Night Football for this game because it's played on a Thursday tonight. But here we go. Chicago will kick off the football away to start off this third quarter. This will be Seattle ball to start off the third. If there's any opportunity to get back into this game, this possession is critical right here for the Seahawks. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. And thanks all for joining in today. Seahawks will go left to right on the field. Chicago will kick off this ball right to left. As we are underway for the third quarter, as we begin, fielded at the 1-yard line. They'll return it past the 15, 20, chopped up just shy of the 25 on the return. It's by number 88 of the Seahawks, K. Johnson. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, Ben Uzi. There's a penalty flag down, though, 4 seconds into the third. So we'll check the penalty flag. My score. There we go. A legal block in the back backs up the Seahawks even further. So that's 8 penalties in this game by Seattle. They'll start off this drive around their 14-yard line. They go in the ace formation. New quarterback Jacob Eason out of Washington. Hand off of the left side counter. Not much there, just a gain of 1. As we have another penalty flag down 9 seconds into the third. And this is on the Seahawks once again. Holding by Seattle. Going to be a long night back home. Luckily, they don't have a plane trip back after this game. And luckily, it's only the preseason. 9 penalties for 70 yards tonight by the Seahawks. They get backed up to their own 6-yard line now. They go out of the single set back formation. Penny Hart, wide receiver, lined up to the right side. Eason, handoff. That's off to Travis Homer. Nothing there as he's met by 2 defenders back of the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and a mile now for Seattle at their own 6. It'll be around the 2nd and 15. Dangerous territory right now for the Seahawks. Haven't been able to do much with a goose egg in the board. Running back draw, nothing there. Losing yardage was Homer. Homer lost about 2. He was met by DeMarcus Gates, the outside linebacker, who makes the tackle. This will be a 3rd and 18 coming up for Seattle. Dangerous territory. Around their own 3-yard line. Empty backfield. Eason takes the snap. Quick out. Far side, complete at the 10. Bouncing off a tackler. Knocked down at the 10. It's a 7-yard catch by Aaron Fuller, the wide receiver, but still needed a lot more yards to go. This will bring up the punting unit. Penalties could put you in the hole. And tonight for sure it's been that way for Seattle. Dixon punts this ball away. Angles it towards the near side. Fair catch around the 47. And that's inside Seattle territory, so that's where the Bears will start off at the Seattle 47-yard line. Great field position for Chicago. They go in a single set back formation to start off this third quarter. 1st and 10 now for the Bears. In motion, the tight end Chase Allen. They call an audible at the line of scrimmage. Nathan Peterman, now the quarterback, goes play action, fires across the middle. Ooh, it's a sandwich pass complete inside the 25-yard line. Feels the hit, but hauls it in. That is Daz Newsome with a grab and a 1st and 10 coming up for the Bears. Chicago just rolling in this game tonight. Nathan Peterman off the first snap, play action, fires in a dart to Daz Newsome. That's Newsome's first catch of the game, good for 14. 1st and 10, Peterman rolls out to his right, fires in a run, complete inside of 15, down to the 10-yard line. Penalties flag flies down. We'll see if this stands. If it does for Chicago, this will be the 10th penalty of the game by Seattle. It's on the defense. Unnecessary roughness. Late hit out of bounds by the Seahawks. 10th penalty of the night by Pete Carroll's squad. That gets assessed to Marquise Blair, lowering the helmet right into Isaiah Coulter. The wide receiver who caught the football took 2 steps in a big helmet-to-helmet contact near the sideline. Peterman takes a snap, rolls out to his left, fires underneath, complete stiff arm. Taking it across the goal line. Wasn't enough for the touchdown. Chicago saying yes. Referees will say no. Knee was down at the 1 by Cade Brewer, the tight end. Let's see in the replay right here. Brewer gets chopped down. Yeah, he's a yard shy. His elbow down at the 1-yard line before reaching across the goal line. 2nd down and goal coming up for the Bears. Ball spotted at the 1. Peterman goes from the gun. Peterman takes a snap. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown. That's Darrington Evans with a touchdown rush from 1 yard out. And this game is all Chicago. Yeah, no problem, TK. Thanks so much for being a part in the stream, man. Yeah, during halftime and stuff like that, like I don't have like the opportunity to like watch other people's videos because I can't have like any audio going on in the background because it's like a copyright issue thing, so that's why. Extra point is good. This game, all Bears right now, 24-0. It's been like that throughout the course of the night. Penalties. Been a major dampener on the Seattle Seahawks squad throughout this game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe right now in the timeout here. 15 first downs by Chicago, 5 by Seattle. Nathan Peterman, great job utilizing his first drive of the game by Peterman. He goes perfect, 3 for 3 through the air, 41 passing yards. Leads his team downfield to a touchdown rush by Darrington Evans from 1 yard out. Isaiah Coulter had a 23-yard catch, able to haul it in. That's a great catch that he had with a helmet-to-helmet hit that he absorbed 3 steps after the catch down the far sideline inside the 15. Daz Newsome had a great grab as well, 14-yard catch on that drive. It was a dart. It was like a hospital pass by Peterman, as Newsome was hit on a sandwich and he got up, he was pumped up, and he moved the chains. Like, he absorbed the hit, and it looked like there was nothing there by how pumped up he was after the grab. That was a dangerous pass. He did it between double coverage, got lit up on a sandwich right afterwards, but just impressive how he stayed with the football and kept the drive alive, was able to hang on. All right, so we get back to action right now. With under 12 minutes left to go in the third quarter, this game all Bears tonight over the Seahawks. 24-0. First and 10 for Seattle. So they start off this drive with 11:10 left to go in the third. Ball spotted at their own 24-yard line. Handoff up the middle. DJ Dallas rumbles forward. He picks up around 3. Takes it to the 27. This brings up a 2nd down and 7 now for the Seahawks. Single set back formation. Receiver in motion, Melton towards his left. They tried to go with a jet sweep, blew up in the backfield for a loss in the play. Now they're in deep trouble. 3rd and 8 around their own 25. Eason takes the snap, fires, too tall. It is incomplete. Over the head of Kevin Casis, the wide receiver. Dangerous pass and almost got intercepted. So this will bring up now a 4th down and 8. So we got under 10 minutes remaining in the third. Not much time possession ticking down on that drive either by Seattle. Dixon's been on the field multiple times, has to punt it away once again. Fielded at the 25, tries to rush up to the left and tripped up from behind. Around that 25-yard line, maybe even a loss of 1 in the return. The Bears are crushing it tonight. (24-0) led by their defense, executing. Putting together solid drives as well with their offense. A lot of help they've got from Seattle. A bunch of miscues in this game. 3 receivers to the left. Here's a miscue by the Bears, able to pick it up on a loose snap. Peterman, oh, he gets crushed as he throws down to the turf. Super hard. Get the ball out of his hands. It falls incomplete. It was off a botched snap. He had to get away with it. Just stepped up in the pocket. He got absolutely demolished. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. So as soon as they said execution going well for Chicago, then that happened. In the single set back formation, Peterman takes the snap, handoff. Goes for around a gain of 2 to the running back, Demontre Tuggle. And now the Bears in the 3rd and long situation. Third down and 8 with 9:15 remaining, quarter number 3. Peterman from the shotgun formation. 3 receivers lined up to his left, 1 to his right, 1 in the backfield to the right side of him. Takes the snap, screens it out. Left side complete to Webster. Webster breaks a tackle. Not enough for the first down, though. Swung down by Scott Nelson, the strong safety. About 2 yards shy of the first down marker. Will bring up a 4th and short. Trenton Gill will punt away the ball. Receives the snap. He boots this one away. Seahawks back to return. It gets bobbled, but it is returned though. Past their own 15. Chopped up at the 13. All right. Chopped up at the 17. That's by number 13, Aaron Fuller, the punt returner. Penalty flag is down though. We'll check the call. Ten penalties tonight by Seattle, make it 11. Return team with a hold in the back. $11 penalties for 82 yards ain't going to win too many games in the NFL. Something that will needed to be cleaned up in a hurry here as the regular season starts in less than a month now. Seahawks with a goose egg on the board, still looking for something. Just 5 first downs tonight by Seattle. Come up out of the timeout with 8:12 in the 3rd coming up. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Special live stream tonight covering NFL action for the preseason. It's been that type of game for the Seahawks, just mental mistakes, trouble executing on multiple possessions tonight, and the penalties have just plagued them all throughout the game. All right, we come back out of timeout right now. We have 8:12 left to go in the third quarter. Seahawks deep in their own territory to start things off. Jacob Eason, the quarterback, under center. They will start this possession at their own 8-yard line. Single set back formation. Eason under center, takes a snap. Draws back to pass. Eason fires a deep ball down the left sideline. Drops into the breadbasket, but it is out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Both feet out of bounds, but intended target, Bo Melton. It will bring up a 2nd and 10. Incomplete the rolling. Right foot out of bounds in the chalk. Left foot out of bounds as well. Eason just has to draw Melton in the field of play with that ball. Melton had a great position down the field, 1 or 2 steps behind his defensive back. That's on Eason right there as his pass was a little bit wide left. 2nd and 10 at their own 8. Eason, the shotgun, takes the snap. Delayed handoff, up the middle. Nothing really going there, trying to bounce off tacklers. Meets a sea of white uniforms as the pile moves forward a little bit, but nothing much there on the carry for the Seahawks. It's by Darwin Thompson. That's his first carry of the game. Goes for only 1. Now a 3rd and 9. Quick snap by Seattle. Eason passes underneath. Tries to turn the corner. Not enough. Knocked out of bounds around 3 yards shy of the first down marker by Melton. As he met a Bears defender in the linebacking corner, it was Jack Sanborn, the rookie, who knocked Melton out of bounds. The defensive angles tonight have been spectacular by Chicago, cutting off these offensive plays by Seattle. Eric Dixon. Michael Dixon onto the field multiple times tonight. 7 punts by Michael Dixon. We have 7:09 left to play in the third quarter. We have stopped time here out on the field. Yes, I've had pineapple on pizza before. It'll be a 4th and 3. 7 punts tonight by Dixon. This will be his 8th as he is standing back at his own goal line. Dixon receives the snap, boots it away. Angled towards the far side, fielded at the 28 of Chicago territory. Rushes towards the left side, tries to break a tackle, meets defenders, and goes all the way across the field and only gets around 3 yards on the return by number 10, Simba Webster. That's great special teams there by Seattle. What they just accomplished. It'll bring up now a 1st and 10. Bears from the shotgun. They will hand it off on the draw. Over to DeMontre Tuggle. Gains around 1 on the carry. Chicago looking to burn as much time as possible right now, I would imagine. Past the midway portion now of the third quarter, but this game has been stalling along here in the third. It's moving by fast. First quarter zipped right by. 2nd and 9 for the Bears. Peterman takes the snap from the gun, this time looking to pass. Pump fake. Rushes out towards his right. Peterman Stepped out of bounds before throwing. It's incomplete anyway. Did not get back to the line of scrimmage. That will be marked as a loss of 2. So the clock will stop with 6 minutes remaining. Third and 14 coming up for Chicago. Ball spotted at their own 30. Peterman into the huddle, calls an audible. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Peterman takes a snap, screens it over to Webster. Catch a 5, tackle from behind. That's by number 62, Hewitt. Comes out with a tackle for Seattle. Jared Hewitt, the defensive tackle, and this will bring up a punting situation. Punts aplenty tonight in the preseason. Eight punts by Seattle. This will be 6 here by Trenton Gill. Gill back at his own 20, boots it away. Fielded at the 27. Rushing towards the left side, past the 35. Tackle from behind at the 36. Good for a 9-yard return by Aaron Fuller of Seattle. .439 left to go in the third quarter here. Seahawks trying to get something on the board in their second game of the preseason. What's good, Anthony? Welcome back to the stream here, man. We head to the timeout. Once again, this game been pretty lopsided right from the start. Kind of slow to start things off. First drive of the game, Chicago able to get a field goal on the first drive tonight. And they scored a touchdown in their third drive of the game. With their tight end, Jake Tongs, a 2-yard touchdown pass from Trevor Siemian. A fumble, that's the costly one. End of the second quarter with only 20 seconds left. Seattle muffed punt, recovered in the end zone for Chicago. Touchdown by Chicago off a muffed punt deep in their own territory by the Seahawks. 17-0 Seattle going into halftime, or Chicago going into halftime. And then the Bears with another touchdown early third quarter with a 1-yard touchdown rush by Darrington Evans in the first drive of the game, operated by Nathan Peterman at quarterback. And that's where we get to 24-0. Justin Fields played in the first drive only tonight. He went 5 for 7, 39 passing yards by Fields. Nathan Peterman looking pretty strong right now. He's 5 for 6 for 52 passing yards. But then once again, at this rate of the game, they go with third stringers or so, and he had been a starter for a couple of times in his career, and that was short-lived by Peterman. Yeah, that was when Buffalo was rough. Before Josh Allen came to Buffalo. They had a season that everybody was talking about. It was like 4 or 5 years ago how historically bad they were going to be. And then the next year after that was the Dolphins that they talked about how historically bad they were going to be. And it's been the Jets for quite a while afterwards. Recently, it's been the Jets most of these years, especially 3 years ago. There was talk about how historically bad New York was going to be. First and 10 now, moving the football on the catch of 10 by Seattle. They have it spotted at their own 46-yard line. Eason, handoff, nothing going, loss of 1. Bears defense reads it perfectly. It will bring up a 2nd and 11. I like the attempt of the play design in the last play by the Seahawks. They were going for some end-around play action to draw up the middle. Just Chicago's defense all over it. Sniffed it out perfectly. 3.5 left to go in the third. Eason fires across the middle. That's complete. Leading his receiver inside the 40. Dragged down to the 35. That's the tight end, Cade Brewer, for the first down catch. Three minutes left to go in the third quarter. First and 10 around the 35-yard line of Bears territory. They will go play action. Another pass thrown across the middle. Complete again for a 16-yard catch to the red zone at the 19. That gets hauled in by Aaron Fuller for the Seahawks. So Seattle's starting to get some momentum right now. They will go with a no-huddle, hurry-up offense. Jacob Eason finding a tempo, finding a rhythm. Eason fires. Far side, in and out of the hands, incomplete, looking for Cade Johnson. Johnson trying to redeem himself. He was the one that fumbled the football on the muffed punt that was recovered by Chicago for the touchdown. Do I think Patriots going to have a good season? I hope so. For my preseason prediction, I'd probably go 9 or 8 victories for them this year, though. 2nd and 10, handoff and a draw. Hurdles over a man inside the 10, rumbles forward inside the 5 to the 3. What a carry. That's Darwin Thompson, the little fella in the backfield, number 36, able to hurdle over a man. Thompson, fresh legs. Out on this snap, takes it up the gut. Nothing there that time. Maybe even a loss of 1 on the rush, but we're back to the replay once again. Thompson just, what a hurdle he had. Right over A.J. Thomas, the strong safety who tried to go low, and Thompson just jumped him. King Markey, welcome on the stream. It's going to be a 2nd and goal for Seattle. This is their first red zone drive tonight. They attempted a field goal, and Jason Myers had missed it wide right. That's the only scoring chance that they've had. Eason from the gun takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Eason throws in the run, corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Lobs it too tall for his intended target, Bo Melton. 35 plus watching now. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Special live stream tonight covering play-by-play of the NFL preseason. Majority of my content I usually covers basketball games and NBA, college hoops. Mostly for my content I cover 99.9% of the time, but I do cover other sports such as NFL and MLB for special live streams as well. Next stream will be on Sunday night. That'll be another NFL preseason game. It will be Ravens against Cardinals at 8 p.m. Sunday night. Penalty flag is down. This is on the Seahawks. False start. So whenever they have momentum going, penalties have been a crusher. And number 67, Charles Cross, has been the center of some of these penalty problems tonight. Picks up another penalty there with a false start. And Seattle has committed a grand total now of 12 penalties for 87 total penalty yards. Crosser complete. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain in the catch, though. So it goes to Bo Melton, the wide receiver. And after all of that, they were inside the 10-yard line. Now they're going to have to kick the field goal. This will bring up a 4th down and goal outside the 10. Myers had missed one kick already, wide right, in the first half. Here he is this time from the left hash instead of the right. 27-yard chip shot. Snap pulled by Dixon. The kick by Myers. Gets the Seahawks on the board finally. 24-3. 29 seconds left to play. Third quarter. Seattle finally able to get on the scoreboard tonight. Seattle will kick away this football. Kicker will be Jason Myers for the kickoff. Back to return the kick will be Simba Webster, number 10 for Chicago. Myers kicks it away. Webster will return it. 3 yards deep out of his own end zone. Past the 15, down the left sideline, 30. Breaks a tackle, 40, 45, 50. Knocked out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of Seattle territory. And the special unit for the special team strikes twice tonight on 2 large returns for Chicago. A great decision to take it 3 yards deep out of his own end zone by Simba Webster. That's a 60-yard kick return. 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter. First and 10 for the Bears. Handoff. Up the middle. Rumbles forward for about a gain of 4 on the rush. The carry by Darrington Evans. As we close out at the end of the third quarter, this game is all Chicago tonight, 24-3 for the Bears at the end of 3. Three quarters in the books right now. Total time of possession actually getting closer because of Seattle's long drive that they had, which resulted in the field goal. 25 minutes almost for Chicago, just over 20 minutes by Seattle in this game for time of possession. Seattle, despite just 3 points of the board, they have 23 more yards total than Chicago tonight. 229 by the Seahawks, 206 by the Bears. For total yards tonight in this game, Chicago 15 first downs, just 9 by Seattle tonight in this game. The crusher for the Seahawks, 12 penalties for 87 penalty yards. Chicago just 2 penalties for 10 yards tonight. That's a big discrepancy, big difference gap right there between the two. When it comes down to penalties, miscues, drop passes, missed tackles by the Seahawks. A muffed punt, which resulted in a touchdown by Chicago. Those are the ways that they've gave away this game today. It's a preseason game, so a lot of adjusting to be made here. And Pete Carroll, not going to be happy when he watches the film after this one, but could make his life easier when it comes down to cutting players from the roster for the Seahawks. Because Charles Cross committed multiple false start penalties tonight on the offensive line. So it's just difficult for players like that when it comes down to roster spots, roster cuts, and making mental mistakes like those, it's going to be difficult to make the roster of an NFL team in these preseason games. If those mental mistakes are made and then made constantly over and over again multiple times, it's just going to be tough to make the team. So you try to strive for execution at its finest. And tonight it's been well far from that, from the polished product here for the Seahawks tonight. Hey, I'll see you back sometime, Mario. Next live stream, I plan on streaming once again Sunday night, 8 p.m. NFL preseason. Once again on Sunday night, it will be between the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. We get back to action. Pass across the middle. It is complete by Chicago. We start off the fourth quarter. Catch is made for the first down by number 81, Kevin Shaw. He's going to bring up a 1st and 10 at the Seahawks 29. Bears with a football. Fahad, welcome in. Yes, I'm playing fantasy football this year. There's an injured player down for the Seahawks. Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern for that stream. So that's 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific. So that stream on Sunday is the same time that this game started for the stream. 14:34 left to go in the fourth quarter. Just awaiting as there's a player down for Seattle out in the field right now for their defense. Probably not throughout the season for Patriots regular season games because I watch a lot of the games with my family, and also my weekends coming up in the fall are super busy for me usually. Peterman, the fire, far sideline incomplete. Nobody even there. It's out of the tackle box though. Second and 10 coming up. We got 14:20 remaining in the fourth. Ball at the 29. Peterman fires. Far side. Diving opportunity. In and out of the hands, though, of Darrington Evans. It's incomplete. So the clock is just stalling right now because of 2 straight incomplete passes. This game is going by pretty quick early on, and now it's just stalled out here in that third quarter. Third quarter went by super long. In this fourth quarter, we're only 43 seconds into it. 14:17 remaining. Peterman from the shotgun formation. 3rd and 10 at the 29 of Seattle territory. Takes a snap, looks left, fires left. Overthrows its intended target. Kevin Shaw. It's broken up 2, incomplete. A defensive back for Seattle had his hands on it. Kobe Bryant was able to get his fingertips on that one, jumping up the route. Could have been a pick 6 if it was lower. Lucky, though, that left Peterman's hands, though. It was like a high release. That high release actually helped save Peterman on that possession. So this will be a field goal attempt. Cairo Santos from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick. Through the uprights, it's good. 47-yard field goal. Knocks it through. It's 27-3. So we head back to the timeout. 14:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Chicago been rolling all throughout the course of this game tonight. Feel free to join in for my next live stream. I plan on being back on Sunday night. It'll be Ravens and Cardinals, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday night. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, and hit the subscribe. And thanks so much all for joining in. Roy, welcome to the stream here, man. Glad to have you back on the channel here, bud. Wish it could have been like closer, more competitive. But those games should hopefully be coming when the regular season starts up. Big takeaway of this preseason game tonight is that one team is well ahead of the other team right now, and that penalties were a major factor tonight for the Seahawks, why they're trailing by so much. Actually, they haven't been like terrible offensively once they started to get a groove in tonight's game. They're moving the ball. They've got a couple of chunk plays that they've had. Just can't put into the end zone. Miscues have just hurt them. Penalties, even worse. When they think that they're going down the field, driving down the field to score, and then a penalty. Another penalty. Just, those penalties are big setbacks, and they just haven't been able to overcome them today. If they're on national TV, I probably will. I actually don't get Fox Sports 1 where I am, so if they have games over on... They usually have them on Fox in the winter. So it all depends when I'm like around and stuff like that, because a lot of my Saturdays I'll be out a lot for my Saturdays because I started to announce games in person at some of the local colleges in the area. So yeah, right now my fall schedule pretty much booked up for Saturday on the afternoons, doing a bunch of announcing things. And I think once basketball season starts, that continues in the winter onto Saturdays because that's when they play once again. You got 14 minutes just above left to go. It's going to be Seahawks football. They start off at their own 25. Eason. Deep routes. Down the left sideline. It's incomplete. Broken up. So he was looking for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He played for Philadelphia. Just gun him on Monday. For Arcega-Whiteside, he was acquired. Not much time going off the clock if they keep on throwing incomplete passes. Seattle down by a bunch here, 24. They're trailing. Here's a wide receiver jet sweep down the right side. Track down. Nice defensive stop by Chicago. Only limited to a gain of 2. That is a wrap-up tackle by Jalen Jones, the corner. Able to track down Cade Johnson on the jet sweep. Going from left to right. So they've dug into the playbook quite a bit for the Seahawks. It's just a lot of stuff that they've done lately has been horizontal, looking to see if they can start to go down the field here vertical. Eason takes the snap, pressure coming. He is sacked. Drop back at the 18-yard line. Sam Kamara, the defensive end, comes up with a sack for Chicago. And that'll be a quick 3 and out. Let's see who missed their assignment. 2 offensive tackles for the Seahawks. The worst one, though, happened to be number 72, Abraham Lucas, who's a rookie. Completely missed his blocking assignment. 4th and 17. Familiar spot throughout the course of the night by the punter, Michael Dixon. This will be his 9th punt in the game. He boots it away. Down the middle of the field, fielded at the 39. To the right of the hashes, spin move and chop down around the 47. Good for around an 8-yard return. That is by Daz Newsome. .12:33 left to go. And the Bears will have the football. They know that they want to dominate time some more, so look for Chicago to just keep this clock rolling. They will go with a play action first. Peterman passes underneath. It's complete. Catch of around 8 by Kevin Shaw, and it will bring up a 2nd down and manageable. Be a 2nd and short, actually. Those have been the plays tonight. Chicago almost doubling Seattle on first down. 17-9 in favor of the Bears for first downs made in this game. It was 15-5 going into halftime. Here's a run up the middle. That's good for a first down. A rumbles forward, pickup of around 3 on the carry. So Bears just playing with clock time right now as they've had this game right from the start in the bag. .11.5 minutes left to play. Whole new set of downs by Chicago. Peterman, handoff up the middle. That goes to Demontre Tuggle. Pyle keeps on moving forward. That's another solid pickup. Rush good for around 7 or 8. That's how you start off these drives. That's exactly what Chicago's been doing. Last 2 first down possessions. Pickup of 8, pickup of around 7. You leave with a 2nd down and short. Good things are going to happen that way. Gives you a great opportunity to... If you can't put it through in the 2nd down, you get it on the 3rd down. With the yardage that they've been having as of late here, this will be a 2nd down and short. Just northwards of 10.5 minutes left to play. Peterman from the gun takes a snap, bobbles the snap, has to fall in it, and he loses a yard. Just lost his focus off the snap. That's what happens when you take your eyes off the football. Yeah, I just don't see either of these teams taking on Brady or Rodgers this season. Chicago put them 27, like that's something for them to be thankful. And this is a preseason game. It's going to be all defense this year for Chicago to keep them into games. And then for Seattle, they're going through like a big rebuild this year, losing Russell Wilson. Last year they struggled. He was injured, and it was just more like a lost season for them. And now without him, it's going to be difficult this year. Not really much experience at the quarterback position. 1st and 10 carry is good enough for the first down. Play action. Peterman flushed out to his left, throws down the field. That's hauled incomplete. Catch of around 10. Isaiah Coulter has had some great catches tonight. It's another one he's able to grab. Coulter making a mark here in this game. That's now 3 catches for 39 along a 23. Under 9 minutes left to go. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line of Seahawks territory. Handoff. Up the middle goes to Tuggle. Tuggle back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second down and 9 with 8 minutes left to play. Peterman, handoff. Tuggle, able to burst through inside of 15, down around the 12. Pick up a 9, brings up a 3rd and short. So they go with a rookie on this drive. Demontre Tuggle now up to 8 carries for 29 yards. Longest run of the game has only been 11 yards by Darrington Evans of Chicago. Third and short coming up. 7:20 left to go in the fourth from the gun. Peterman takes a snap. Handoff and a draw. Up the middle. Good for the first down carry. Around the 7-yard line goes Tuggle for a rush of 4. Seven minutes left to play as the clock just keeps on ticking down for Chicago. Tuggle in this drive, 6 rushes, 26 yards, averaging over 4 yards per carry. Peterman from the shotgun formation has Tuggle lined up to his left. Handoff in a draw up to Tuggle. He moves the pile forward. Will move forward across to the end zone. It is close, but no, not there. Forward progress will roll him down at the 1. Second and goal coming up. About a yard shy away from the end zone. Looking for a 30-plus mark spot on the board for the Bears. They're 1 yard away from doing so. Peterman from the shotgun formation. Tight end Jake Tongs goes to his right. Already had a touchdown catch. The first touchdown of the game. Peterman takes a snap. Left corner fade to the end zone. Overshoots his intended target, Simba Webster. It's incomplete. Looking for a left corner fade to the end zone to Webster, but read beautifully by the defensive back who is there. Number 40, Deontay Williams, was in coverage. 5:49 left to go as the game clock has stopped. A one-sided affair tonight. Chicago 27-3, looking to tack on some more points on the board on this drive. They're 1 yard away from the end zone from doing so. Ace formation. Peterman. Play action. Fade. Corner. End zone. Dropped. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Coulter. They had a good opportunity for the right corner fade to the end zone. He dropped it though. Yeah, probably a lot of competing streams tonight because it's football. Football is super popular. $5:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. 1 yard away from the end zone by Chicago. Peterman from the gun. He's got his running back, Demontre Tuggle, lined up to his right side. Handoff on the draw to Tuggle. Will it be enough? No, he didn't get there. Stood up right back at the line of scrimmage. inches away from the goal line. And that's a defensive stand by the Seahawks as it will bring up a turnover on downs. That was a 4th down play too. That was on 4th down. They decided to go for it. Running back draw at the 1. Could not make his way across the goal line. Big touchdown saving tackle. Seattle will have the football back starting at their own 1. 5:45 left to go as we head to the timeout. First down tonight by Chicago, just 9 by Seattle in this game. Total plays plus 20 for the Bears, 68-48. Total time of possession plus 11 minutes more for Chicago, over 32.5 minutes for the Bears, 21.5 minutes for the Seahawks. So we come back to action here, 27-3 to score. It's going to be Seattle football dangerous, 1 yard shy of their own end zone. Drops back off a 2-step drop back, complete pass, past the 5 out of bounds. That gets them a little bit of breathing space there for Seattle. Do I know a restaurant called the Habit Burger Grill? No. Second and 5 coming up for the Seahawks at their own 6. Eason, other center. They go from the ace formation. Eason, play action from his own end zone. Watch out, Eason. He has to throw it away as soon as he was getting tackled. Incomplete. Eason almost gave up a sack in his own end zone. Lucky for him with his awareness, he was able to get out of the tackle box and chuck that ball out of bounds. Pressure digging in. That was from the secondary. By the Bears coming in, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Under 5 minutes left to play. Eason takes the snap from the gun. Back to pass. Fires across the middle. It's complete to the 15. The first down hauled in by Kevin Casis, the wide receiver. Seattle will start to go in the hurry up under 4:40 left to play. Eason tonight 8 for 14 through the air, 75 passing yards in the moment. Eason takes the snap from the shotgun. Eason looks left, fires left side, wobbly pass, too tall, incomplete. Down the near sideline, he was looking for Bo Melton. So we'll bring up now a 2nd down and 10 for the Seahawks. Eason from the shotgun in the backfield lined up to his left. Darwin Thompson, the running back. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Eason takes his snap from the shotgun. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Eason fires across the middle. Broken up, incomplete. That's Bo Peep Keys, the corner, who jumped the route, almost had an interception. Off his hands, incomplete. We'll bring up another 3rd and long now for Seattle. 3rd and 10. Ball at their own 15-yard line. They go empty backfield. And now called into the backfield will be Darwin Thompson. He lines up to the left side of Eason, the quarterback. Eason takes the snap from the gun. Back to pass. Steps up as the pressure comes. Fires. Incomplete. Looked like Aaron Fuller, the wide receiver, mistimed his jump. It went straight through the hands of Fuller. We do have a penalty flag down, though. And this is on the offense once again. Yellow flags flying aplenty for the home team tonight in this game. That's now 13 penalties for the Seahawks. Another drive stalls out via penalty. It was an incomplete pass either way. But Michael Dixon will punt the ball for the 10th time tonight. He boots it away. This is a shorter punt than usual. Bobble ball. And it's fielded by the Seahawks. For a moment, could they get on top of it, though? And they did. So Seattle, that's basically like a long throw down the field. Recovers the muffed punt. Oh, he bumped right into his own player in special teams. Daz Newsome, the one who muffed the punt, just bumps into Demontre Tuggle, gut in his way. .406 left to go. It will be Seattle football once again. Off the muffed punt. AC, welcome to the stream, man. Seahawks have it with .406 remaining. Ball spotted at the Bears 44. Eason fires underneath, complete to the 40. 4-yard pickup by the tight end, Cade Brewer. They go hurry up with 3:45 left. Eason takes a snap, looks left, fires left side. Incomplete. Missing down and away. A little bit too short for Aaron Fuller, the intended wide receiver. I'm a Patriots fan, if you guys didn't know. I cover different teams from time to time. Mostly I cover basketball games, play-by-play, NBA, and college. I do cover special live streams, though, from time to time, like these, NFL, MLB, for other sports as well. Deep ball, Eason launches it out of bounds, not even close. Him and Fuller just not on the same page all night long. Seahawks tonight with 8 3-and-outs. This is their 8th 3-and-out tonight by Seattle. This will be, if they do bring on Dixon, this is borderline field goal range right now. But if they do bring on Dixon, this will be his 11th punt of the game. It's a 4th and 6 for Seattle. Decision time. They will keep the offense out. Because it's only 3.5 minutes left to go. Just gamble and see how it goes. From the gun, Eason takes the snap, fires across the middle, slant, complete, first down. Inside the 35 to the 32. Seattle will go with a hurry up with 3:15 remaining in the 4th. Eason takes the snap from the gun, drops back to pass, flushed out to his right. Eason runs for it, gets out of bounds. Not much there. Only got a yard. So that will bring up a 2nd down and 9 with the ball spotted just shy of the Chicago 30. Eason from the shotgun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap, looks left, fires. Left side, complete. Inside the 30, dragged down from behind. Nice open field tackle by Bo Peep Keys, number 26. On the catch by Cade Johnson, around 3 yards shy of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Pass goes underneath again, turns upfield inside the 20, diving forward to the 18. That's a 1st down by Kevin Casas. Lose the chains again for Seattle with 2.5 minutes left. Hurry up for the Seahawks right now, trying to see if they can finally score their 1st touchdown. Eason takes the snap, fires left side, complete. Inside the 10, out of bounds to the 8. That's a hauled-in catch by Cade Johnson. Knocked out of bounds by Keys in the 1st down. The hurry-up starting to get their momentum going for Seattle. Trying to see if they can build upon the next one. With Eason, who takes the snap here from the shotgun. Handoff up the middle, rumbles forward. Close to the end zone, isn't enough. Yes, he is. He's in. 8-yard touchdown run on the halfback draw up the middle. That's by Darwin Thompson for Seattle. Little delayed handoff right there for the Seahawks. 2:05 remaining. They will go for a 2-point conversion now. It's a 2-point conversion attempt here for Seattle. Something that they will see if they can build off their next game. For the Seahawks, they will go empty. 3 receivers bunched up to the left side, 2 to the right. Eason from the gun, he takes a snap. Eason looks left side, fires across the middle, back of the end zone. That's good for 2. Cade Johnson all alone, crossing at the back of the end zone. Wide open, it's 27-11. (27-11) was the final score of the Hall of Fame game. So this is my 2nd preseason game that I've covered. The first one was a Hall of Fame game. Pretty ironic that we could have 2 games finish up with a final score 27-11. That 11 on the board is getting to be more familiar nowadays. More teams trying the 2-point conversion. In actual regular season games, there's only been 7 games all time that's finished up with a 27-11 score. The last time that's happened was in 2017 with Washington against Denver. 1995 was the first. 95, 96, 97, 2007, 2011, 2013, 2017. So that's when the 7 times have been the 27-11 final score. That's in the regular season. Seattle gambles with an onside kick, and they recover. Seahawks just recover the onside kick, and they will have the football once again. So these are the gambles by Pete Carroll in the preseason game. Goes for the onside kick, and they recover. 2:07 left to go in the fourth. Have a play before the 2-minute warning coming up. This would be crazy if it was an actual regular season game. The Seahawks recover the onside kick. They'll have the football at their own 42. Eason from the gun takes the snap. Drops back to pass in the pocket. Fires a deep ball down the near sideline. Incomplete. Penalty flag comes flying down. That is completely pass interference by Keys. The one in coverage. As we have reached the 2-minute warning in the fourth as well. Penalty flag first, though. This is on Bo Pete Keys, the defensive back for the Bears. All right, so we're going to head to the timeout right now. We got 2 minutes left to play. We've reached the 2-minute warning. It's 27-11. And spot follows, so the ball will be around the 20-yard line. Once we get back to action, there was a deep ball that was pass interference called on Chicago. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for joining and being a part here on the channel tonight. Hey, that's cool there, man. All right, so here we go. Back from the timeout. 2 minutes left to play. Seahawks have the football at the Chicago 30. Jacob Eason, the quarterback. He takes the snap under center. Drops back to pass. Fires a deep ball down the near sideline to the end zone. In and out of the hands of the corner of the end zone. It is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside had an opportunity. Couldn't haul it in. Two hands on the football. When his backside goes to the turf in the end zone, he could not haul it in. It would have been an incredible catch if he had. It's one that you have to squeeze it through if you're a Whiteside there. 2nd and 10 with 1:54 remaining. Bo Pete Keys, 5 tackles, 3 pass breakups. He had a piece of that football before it went into the hands of Arcega Whiteside. The Bears just took a timeout. And now we get back to action. 1:54 left to go at the Chicago 30. Eason takes the snap, fires, near side complete. Gain of 6 in the catch. 2-24, out of bounds goes Kevin Casis, the receiving target. Only a 4-second play, 1:50 remaining. 3rd and 4. Low snap. Eason underneath, complete. Inside the 20, first down. Tripped up around the 17. Minute 37 left to go, and an injured player down for Chicago. So Jalen Jones, corner for the Bears, who is down. Rookie. A lot of attempts here in the second half by Jacob Eason. 27 passing attempts in the second half. He has 15 of 27, 123 yards through the air. .137 left to go in the fourth. Seahawks gaining striking distance. At the 17 of Chicago, they go empty backfield. Eason takes the snap, pressure coming, launches, wobbly pass to the end zone, caught, and that will be a touchdown. The wobbly pass hauled in by Aaron Fuller. Took a big fall, and that's the first passing touchdown of the game by the Seahawks. 17-yard TD reception from Jacob Eason to Aaron Fuller. And the onside kick pays off. Looks like it's going to be too little too late. His body fell into the end zone first. Ooh, there was a bobble, though. They're going to count it, though, at the moment as a touchdown by Fuller. Yeah, feel free, go for it, man. It's all about your style that you want to do. That football might have been trapped on the turf first. Let's see, did Fuller have full possession coming down with it? I don't think so. At first. This might be taken back. There's a bobble there before he heads down to the turf. Yeah, there's a clear bobble. He lost it, and then he got his hands underneath it. That's a hard fall by Fuller. Looking at these replay, this is under review right now. So this is a boot review with 1:31 left to go. Right now it's 27-17. I think this is going to be taken back for those 6 points. Should go back to 27-11. There was a bobble there, and you can clearly see the football hit the turf, and then Fuller got both hands on it after it hit the turf. And they reverse the call. It's incomplete. So, yeah, looking at those replays, officials have definitely got it correct on the replays. So, the touchdown will not count. .133 left to go. It'll be a 2nd and 10 by Seattle. He's in from the shotgun formation. And the penalty flag. Just when you think everything's going so well for the Seahawks trying to march their way downfield and score their first touchdown, a penalty comes back to haunt them. .133 remaining. That's 13 penalties for 92 total penalty yards tonight. Pete Carroll's going to look at the film and, yeah, a lot of stuff you got to work on. 2nd and 15 at the 22-yard line of Chicago territory. Eason, 4 wide from the gun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. He takes a snap, drops back to pass. Pressure coming, fires. That ball is complete inside of 15 yards after catch. Just shy of the first down marker. Needed 15, got 13. To around the 8-yard line on the reception. They go hurry up. 1:10 left to play. They got 3 timeouts remaining as well. Eason from the shotgun. 2 receivers up top. We'll see what happens here. Eason fires slant. Broken up, incomplete. Aaron Fuller looking for a penalty flag. I don't blame him. His defensive back was smothered on top of him. Number 20. Duke Shelley, the corner, was right there to break it up, and he got to Fuller before the ball was there, but the referees did not see it. 4th and 2, they will go for it. 55 seconds remaining. Seahawks with a possession. Eason fires complete. Out of bounds, it's good for the first down. Inside the 5. It's caught by Bo Melton. First and goal. Drive continues for the Seahawks at the 4-yard line. Eason from the shotgun formation, going across the field in motion. Cade Johnson lines up in his right with 2 other receivers. 1 receiver to the bottom. Eason takes the snap. Eason looks left, fires left side. Incomplete. Missing the mark of the pass to Tyler Mabry, the tight end. You could see his eyes all the way, looking towards the left. As here's Eason, who takes another step. Fires left side, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Melton, intended target. Couldn't haul it in with 43 seconds. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal now at the 4. Melton's got to get that one. It's one you need to catch. 10 targets and only 4 catches for just 18 yards by Bo Melton tonight. Plenty of opportunity. Hasn't been able to capitalize on it, though. Eason takes the snap. Pressure coming. Oh, he gets lit up. Throws to the corner. It's incomplete. The pressure was buckling down on him. And this will bring up a 4th and goal with 37 seconds remaining. Dominique Robinson. All-out bull rushes Jacob Eason, knocks him down. When there's no receiver in the intended area of that pass thrown by Eason. 4th and goal. 37 seconds left. Getting into the end zone or not on this possession, we will see. Johnson across the field in motion. Eason takes the snap, looks left, fires left corner fade to the end zone. Too tall, it's incomplete. And the score stays 27-11. Aaron Fuller, the intended target. Jacob Eason offline in that pass. 4 yards away from the end zone. It's a turnover on downs for the Seahawks. Basically wraps up this game in a nutshell. Multiple opportunities to capitalize. And the score is much larger than it should be. A muffed punt recovered in the end zone for a Chicago touchdown. A missed field goal in the first half by Seattle. And then when you take a look back at it, penalty problems. 13 penalties for 92 yards. .31 seconds left to go. Seattle just took a timeout. Makes no sense. Just let the clock run out. That timeout made 0 sense. I formation. Peterman, handoff, up the middle. Carried for 3 to the 7-yard line. And another timeout by Seattle with 26 seconds. I know that you're trying to get the football back, but it's a preseason game. I think right now you've had plenty of opportunities tonight to see how everybody did and evaluated a lot of the backup players, third stringers, fourth stringers, so on. Jacob Eason, it's a tough game when you only complete less than half of your passes. 17 of 35 through the air, 141 passing yards. Here's another run up the middle. This will keep on going for a little bit. Finally stopped with 22 seconds on the play. The game clock toggled a running back, and it's going to be another punting situation coming up for Chicago, looks like. So 22 seconds to play with now for Seattle as they burn their final timeout. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Seattle they just burned all 3 timeouts with under 30 seconds left. This game could go to midnight, honestly, if they punt away the football. Seattle keeps on throwing incomplete passes and converts on third downs. Jacob Eason, the quarterback of the second half, he's thrown 35 passes. 17 of his passes he's completed. 18 have been incomplete. So he's 17 of 35 tonight. This punt, pressure being brought, booted away from their own end zone by the Bears. Return to the 45 and suffers a bit. Able to break loose from a tackle. DJ Dallas was rolled down by the officials with 12 seconds. So he was rolled down. Nice open field tackle in the special teams unit for the Bears. Well, it's good. Donovan McCrabb, welcome back in. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really tough season for them. 12 seconds left. Time for Jacob Eason to chuck up a long ball and just see what happens. They go into prevent coverage for the Bears. They'll only rush 4. Eason hands it off in the draw. Up the middle. Carried for 12 with 5 seconds left out of timeouts, and that'll be the final play of the game. Lopsided affair here tonight, 27-11 in the preseason. Chicago wins over Seattle. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the stream tonight. Before I do sign off, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Next stream I plan on covering on Sunday night, it'll be the Ravens against the Cardinals for the preseason. Feel free to join me, be back on that one if you guys would like. And we're going to wrap up here to the channel members before I do sign off. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Braden, Renato, Bino, Mark, Mike, John, Jessica, Ahino, Joseph, Vegas, Michael, Wick, Woody, Warren, I Am Goose, Kelly, Arahan, Micolette, Roderick, Bless Brian, SD Sports Talk, Isaiah, Bruin, Cody, Steven, Siegel, Tristan, BGR, Ace, Ian, Spaghetti Factory, Happy MT Dude, Mike, and Robin. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part of the channel tonight. Chicago wins easily 27-11 over Seattle, the final score. Thanks so much all for being a part here on the stream, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.